feel like John Metchie is the guy who I feel like is the guy I feel like should be able to benefit. Obviously, benefit the tank is gone because now you have more reps and more opportunities. But I do think that if you get mismatched, you get able to get him on Sauce Gardner. Now we talking about something. Now, if we can get John Metchie on Sauce Gardner, because again, John Metchie, when he was in Alabama, not the year that Bryce won Heisman, but the year before when he had Matt Jones, he was the deep threat. He was the guy who was going deep, and we see him go a little bit deep on that play on Sunday. Him and CJ just weren't able to connect. If they get their timing down, which I think they will, I think they probably worked this whole week, especially knowing that Tank is not going to be there. He worked this whole week because when he said that I forgot who it was, said they overheard him tell Nico, like, hey, this your room. I need you to take over this room. And this your room. I need you to take over this room right now because this is yours. I need you to take over it. But even still, sitting there taking over the room, he still needs to work on something with John Metchie because, again, he's a guy who we spent the second-round draft pick, jumped up in the draft for it to get, played at Alabama. A lot of fans have been anticipating and waiting on John Metchie. At the training camp, people saying the same thing, like, hey, man, where's John Metchie? Where's John Metchie? Oh, why John Metchie's not practicing? People wonder why John Metchie wasn't practicing when he was at the training camp. When I've been at the games, people say the same thing, hey, man, why John Metchie not getting in the game? We seen him get in there for run blocking. Him and Hutchinson both. We've seen them both being there for blocking runs and things like that, especially when the pass protection wasn't as good, when we didn't have an offensive lineman. Once we got an offensive lineman, we all expected, okay, we got an offensive lineman back, Tunsil, Titus, everybody's back, Juice, everybody's back. So now we don't have to do heavy formations. We don't have to do mass protection and things like that. Now we could take. Even though he's our best blocking receiver, now we can take him and put him on the outside. Now we can take him and put him in the slot. Now we can sit up here and run routes. We ain't got to just run reverses and jet sweeps and things like that. We can actually utilize him in the passing game. But we haven't so far. It's really been just a catch a game, a target a game, maybe 2-3 targets a game. Something very small like that. We haven't seen mass production. We haven't seen mass targets in his direction. We haven't. I think now the Tank is not going to be there for the remainder of the season. Now it's his time to step up. We need him. We want him. I think he will step up. And this starts this game Sunday against the New York Jets. I understand it's going to be cold and it's raining. I understand that. But I do believe that he's the guy who we should watch out for because I think the way he utilizes, the way he's able to run, the way he's able to utilize his feet and things like that, be shifty. People are talking about using him in the slot, him being a slot receiver and things like that. You got to be shifty if you want to be a slot receiver. You got to be shifty. So I do think if we can get I think if we get him on Sauce Gardner, I think those would be mismatches, honestly. I think if we can get him on Sauce, those right there would be the mismatches that we can exploit and maybe get some big plays. But the thing is, I do believe his route running hasn't been up to par, and that's the reason why. I think that's one of the reasons why we haven't really seen him in the game, seen him in the pass game just yet. That or catching or just not being chemistry and getting on target with CJ. I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like that's the reason so far that we haven't seen him because we've seen Noah Brown miss a couple games, miss a lot of games actually. We've seen Tank Dell miss a game and a half before, miss half the Atlanta game and miss all the Saints game. We've seen Nico miss a game. Dalton Schultz has missed games. We've seen other guys miss games, but we haven't utilized John Metchie in that form yet. We haven't utilized John Metchie in that form just yet. So we haven't utilized him in that form just yet, and I wonder why. It has to be something. I don't know if if it's route running, route combinations not coming in the breaks clear, not being on the same page with the quarterback, or if it's just straight not catching the football in practice. I don't understand. Don't know what it is. Hopefully they have gotten that rectified this past week, and I feel like that's something that they can exploit, and that's something a matchup that I feel like they could a mismatch that they could probably match up with somebody like Sauce Gardner because get Sauce to utilize his hands, get Sauce to utilize to start grabbing, let the flags start coming, get big chunk plays like that.